Okay, there we go. What's up, YouTube? We live in
Testing.
we live channel 5. For some reason I feel like this is not going
Testing.
it's gonna have to
Testing.
work.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just sit here,
Okay.
and then what I usually do is just toggle. Can you toggle on YouTube?
What's that mean?
Like switch it front back camera.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like I'll have it on me when I talk and switch
Oh,
it to
okay.
you when you talk.
Yeah. I
So,
could do that. Yeah, I was just gonna leave it out here. What's up, YouTube? Got some people rolling in.
yes, sir.
What's up, man? We out
What
here.
it do?
We out here live.
Fame podcast. Steff Weezy, Mike J.
Mm-hmm.
Getting ready to drop some gems.
Yes, sir. Y'all stay tuned. Bring out your notebooks if you got one. Close down all them apps on your phone. I know what y'all on. I'm trying to leave.
Okay.
All right. This is like podcast mode though, so they can't even really see what we on. This is good. I should have got one of them, man.
Yeah,
I got one of them too. I be winning them at Dave and Buster's.
them.
Bro, they got everything there. What's up, G? All right, here we go. I'm just gonna set it like this for now. And then when you talking, that's why I need a team, bro.
I know.
I need that whole team. They gonna be right here just getting me. Get all the B-roll.
Hopefully you'll find some people at Fame that want to rock.
Yep. Fame.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready like Eddie.
This is the FAME Film Art Music and Entertainment Summit podcast, and we have a special guest, Steff Weezy. Go ahead and introduce
What's
yourself.
good, y'all? Steff Weezy, man, actor. I work on cars, man. I'm a comedian. I know how to hoop. I do all of it, man. You know, I'm out of Minnesota, Minneapolis.
Yes, sir.
With it.
So, you know, the podcast is all about entertainment, and we leading up to the Entertainment Summit. And so let the people know kind of which areas of entertainment you partake in. Is it music? Is it acting?
Man, I'm under the whole entertainment field, so I'm trying to touch everything. You know, a lot of y'all may know me, may not know me, but I did like a film already, a short film.
Mhm.
So
Let
with
them
the
know what it's
acting
called.
side, it's called Three to Flee. I did it with Troy Hudson, a former Minnesota Timberwolves basketball player. Yeah, so we did a movie, Three to Flee. It was about like college players, why they should be getting paid, and why that rule, like from going straight to high school to the pro, is so like important because it's a lot of issues that these kids go through while they're at college, you know, that they deal with. But then there's so many things that can happen within that year of college, you know, that could stop them from going to the NBA, you know, injuries and just family stuff in general. But yeah, so that, and I do like comedy sketches. That's where I really blew up from Vine. Like I started just playing around with it, and then, you know, I took off from Vine to acting and just all types of stuff, entertainment, music, you know, just anything that, you know, entertains the people.
So you were mentioning you're starting a project called the Internet Hooper.
Yeah.
I know you've already used that hashtag and you're
Yep.
gonna launch a new page for it.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, and then you just mentioning the project you did with Troy Hudson, do you have any relation with that? So playing college ball, like I see you big into hooping. So where does that passion come into play?
Yeah, I played basketball. Man, I love basketball my whole life, and I played Division One. You know, I went to high school here. Ended up playing Division One. Went and played pro, and when I was playing pro, like a year into it, like my mom got sick. A lot of people don't know this. My mom was sick, and I ended up coming back to the States to take care of her. She was on hospice, so she had a certain type of cancer, and I took care of her, and then she passed away. But I just never. It's like I didn't lose passion for the game. It's just like I just stopped, like out of nowhere. But I always had the skill. Wasn't no injury or anything, and I was doing skits as I was over there. So it's like I picked up that, and then I just kept doing that. But now it's like I can still play basketball, so I want to pick up that whole internet hooper thing just to show the world, because I feel like I have a lot of gems to give back to people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, I really worked hard to get where I'm at as far as basketball, and people don't even know that. Like, man, I thought he was just a comedian. It's like, nah, I played basketball my whole life. the funniness. I always had that. That was a part of me too.
Yeah.
The acting, all that. It's just like I'm not just not a hooper.
Right.
But then I see like the reaction that people got, like, wow, like this dude is really good. He can shoot, and it's like, yeah. And then I see the reaction. I'm like, dang, well, I'm doing all this comedy. Let me go back to the basics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was my main passion, and I
That's
forgot
dope.
how good I am in it. You know.
That's dope. So one of the things that we're trying to do with the Fame Summit is kind of highlight some of the different opportunities that there are in the Twin Cities, and just kind of demystify the industry.
Yeah.
And you're in a part of the industry that a lot of people are trying to chase, right? They're
Yeah.
trying to get their views up, their followers up.
Yeah.
They're trying to put out funny skits. Everybody's experimenting, and you've had some success with it. So
Yeah.
talk about just kind of where you're at now and kind of the journey you took to get there.
Man, where I'm at now, I'm at man. It's like I've seen so much, and the journey. It really started off as just like I was one of those people that always like, man, I could do that too. You know, I seen it, but I was around people at the time that were doing it. Like as Vine was taking off, I was like, this is funny because when the camp that I went to play professional, I went over there, and my boy was on Vine, and he was just doing little simple skits. Like, come on, jump in this skit with me. His name is B.A.5. He's a huge internet influencer, yeah. And he was like, man, do this skit with me. And I seen what he was doing. He was just doing basic stuff like white girls would be like, and then he'll do like a pose or something. But one of his videos started going viral. So I was with him at the time of him going viral. And he's like, man, come on, start a page, you know, as we were at this camp. And I started my Vine page from there. And then it really just, yeah. So it's like, I knew I could do it. I always seen Vines. I'm like, man, some of this stuff is like, you know, like I could do this, but I just never did it. And then I was actually with someone that was doing it, and just started my page. And then I started posting content that I thought was funny, and it started catching the wave. And I had that boost behind me, that, you know, that revine as someone's going viral. And, you know, and then it just, my followers just start growing instantly with his.
So what are some of the successes that you've seen with it? So for instance, some of the numbers you've had, how many projects have you had go viral, some of the celebrities you've met, some of the opportunities that have been brought.
Oh my God, it's been so many opportunities, and it's been going so fast that it happened so fast that I was like living in it. And then it's like I started losing. I forgot who I was. Not like I lost myself, but it's just like I'm forgetting. Like, wow, this is really huge things going on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but it was, but like the projects I had was, what was it? Like I've been working with Nike and all these with basketball, and a huge thing with me and my followers is I feel like I'm great at networking. So the people that I connect with were like on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like a famous low. So I always had somebody that was doing big things that took a liking to me, that wanted me to be, you know. So I was like never I really didn't want the fame, if that makes any sense. I was just good at it, you know, and I liked it, and I liked the lifestyle. I was always around it, and people always wanted me to, like, man, you need to do this, like more of that. You know, but celebrities, man, I'm talking about going to every event you can name. As far as like, you know, Nike events, Adidas events, I'm getting free clothing, free everything, you know, just that lifestyle. And when you're on that like when you're around it, like with Famous Los, it's like I'm meeting all types of people, like Odell Beckham, Fabulous Ray Shermer, and then out in LA, everybody's like, it's like the circles are just smaller. So like everybody's your friend, the circles, everybody knows me. So now, like, just for instance, I just left LA. I just went out there for like 3 days. I wasn't even supposed to go out there. I go out there to watch my boy play in the game, and someone was like, hey, Steff Weezy, man, you want to play? And I play in the game, and Gary V's the coach, you know? And it's like everybody, like I can't even name how many people were in the building at the time, you know, but it was just like huge names and huge just cameras and everything. And it's just like that opportunity. But I'll take them type of, you know, leaps. A lot of people wouldn't. I'm just like, oh, LA, what's up? I'll go out there, you know?
Yeah.
I'll up and leave.
Right.
Like that. Like, you know what I mean? And every time it's like something comes out of it. So I take a lot of risks when it comes to that.
So you touched on something that's important, which is, you know, opportunities that come from, you know, essentially out of state, right?
Yeah.
Out of Minnesota, out of our ecosystem. And so how do you feel about some of the projects you've done here versus projects you've done elsewhere where you might have gotten more love or it's
Yeah,
just been easier to move, easier to network?
yeah.
Like, what do you see that's different from Minnesota to just some of the other places you've gone and networked?
Man, they reach out. Like I feel like it's support here, but I feel like a lot of people are just too comfortable with me. Like when it comes to that, cause they're like, oh, okay, I just see Steff Weezy. You know what I mean? It ain't that important. But then I go out of town and they embrace me and they like they show me a lot. It's like a lot of opportunity out there, and it's like nonstop.
Yeah.
Like when I'm out there too, and they know I'm out there. Like, hey, come to this, come to this. Like I'm always like, it's more people reaching out. I feel, and they see what I'm doing, and then they're trying to connect me, like how you do.
Yep.
You know, they're more of like, oh, let me connect you with this, and at the time, like I never had that coming out of Minnesota, so I really didn't even know where to, where to
Right.
go with it.
You like,
I'm a
what's
little
your
confused.
motive?
Yeah, well, what's your motive? That's where my mindset was. Like I'm thinking this, and it's like, nah, people are really just connecting me. They seeing what I'm doing. I'm working, and like, hey, you should work with these people, and that's how I like that's how I grew too, because what I was doing was the Vine. So I went out there and I'm meeting the Vine people. So now I'm like instantly with like the top Viners in the world in one house. Like one of my boys introduces me to King Back. Oh, that's what you do? Well, let me connect you with, this is what they do. They just putting the connections together. And then I'll be in like one of his Vines and one of his Vines go crazy, and then I'm in there. And he tags me, and then it's like, okay, boom, I get another 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
Like, this is when the Vine wave was over.
Yeah.
But as it died out, you had to find a different platform. So it's like the Instagram, but but mostly, to answer mostly it's just like people reaching out to me.
So what do you think? You spoke on kind of from like a fan standpoint of like kind of people they're used to seeing you around,
Yeah.
so they don't, I guess, engage in the same way people do
Yeah.
in other places.
Yeah.
What about just like the creative community here though? How do you feel like you said, like I've reached out to you for a couple different opportunities,
Yep.
vice versa. And I spoke about this on the last podcast with some other people. A lot of people are coming and saying the same thing, which is that people don't like to share connections, they don't like to share information.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things with Fame Summit that we want to change.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have people from the industry telling, that's how it works. As
Yeah.
you just said, you'll meet somebody who's already got a name for themselves. Oh,
Yep.
you do this too? Well, let me introduce you to some more people. And it's not necessarily being put on. It's just like, that's how every industry works. Like, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Right? So what do you think it is about the people here that they don't want to do that? They don't want to connect you to other people or support in that way?
I think you said it, man. It's about people just scared of maybe someone else's success. You know what I'm saying? Like, like the connections, like they scared to share it. Like people, and I know Minnesota, it's a lot of people that have a lot of information here too. And it's like they scared to show it. I believe that's why. Like I don't know. It's just like a small mindset, if you ask me. Like people don't think bigger. I always thought bigger. It's like, man, sharing connections. Like even like I'm gonna get deep into this. I can get deep a little bit.
Yeah.
So even like I'm gonna bring it back to the hood. Like I grew up in the hood, and I was doing some other stuff, like some not so good stuff. But I would give people prices. This is how it's been, like real prices. Like this is what I got it for, man. Saying I'm selling something on the street, like I'm like, hey man, I got this Xbox for $250. I'm gonna sell it to you for $250. You know what I'm saying? Like my people's around me. Like I never been afraid, and I would connect people. Like but you can't connect everyone with everyone. I learned that growing up. Like oh well, you might not want to meet June. You know what I'm saying? My connection with June is different. You know what I'm saying? Than if you meet them.
Right.
But I think it's just a smaller mindset. People not seeing the big picture.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And like I said, that's one thing that we're hoping to change with the summit.
Yeah.
We're hoping people really come out. First off, whoever comes out has already set themselves apart from the rest of the crowd because it shows that they're serious.
Yep.
They paid their little money, and as I told someone on one of the other podcasts, like it's $30 to get in. Not one of these people who's speaking, whether they're from here or not, could you sit in a room with them for $30? Either you somehow run into them and they really like you, you press them in that 20, 30 seconds, and they mess with you, or not. But none of these people are going to lend their time for $30 to meet with anybody here, whether they know them or not, you know.
Yeah.
And so people who come out and they take the time to be there,
Yeah.
they're gonna set themselves apart from the rest of the crowd.
Yep.
But what I hope that people gain is that you want to Issa Rae said this in one of her interviews when she had become successful, and she was like, it's important to network sideways.
Yeah.
Right? We always want to network upward, right?
Yep.
The person who already has what we want to have or is in
Right.
the position we want to be in, and that's cool. But to get to that position, you have to network sideways, meaning you have to network with the people who are on the same thing you're on,
Correct.
and in the same mindset, and that's what's going to be
Correct.
at the summit is people hustling
Yes.
to do the same things. So even when I talked to you last week
Yeah.
about coming up here, I was like, hopefully you'll meet a filmmaker there. So maybe it's a college
Yeah.
student or maybe somebody independent doing it on their own.
Yeah.
And y'all can connect because this is another big thing that I find it becomes an issue in Minnesota is like staying in your lane.
Yeah.
And understanding your strength.
Right.
And I think people hearing stay in your lane sounds like derogatory.
Right.
But when you've been in business, no matter what industry it's in, you learn that on every project you have a position.
Yeah.
And the project's only stronger when you play your position. That doesn't mean that's your position in life. That
right.
doesn't mean you can never do anything else.
Yeah.
But at this moment,
yep.
this is what we need. You got the skill to do it. That's
yeah.
why you're here in the first place.
Yeah.
Let's knock this out. And then on the next one, you may want to do something else.
Yeah.
Right? And in Minnesota, a lot of people don't know how to play their positions. They want to play all positions.
Yeah.
Every single position, right? And so that makes it harder to network too, depending on what your skill set is, right? So my goal is, for somebody like you to meet somebody there who has a skill set that they can lend to you and vice versa.
Yeah.
If you got somebody who's coming out just trying to put together content, well, you're somebody that does numbers on social media. You know how the game works, right? You're a personality, you're an actor. You also have connections to people who do music and other filmmakers, right? So you have they would have an opportunity messing with you to be linked into your network and put out content that starts to do numbers, right? So that's what we want to have at the summit is we want to have a synergy of different types of people that, like I said, they can learn from the people that we're flying in, learn from the people that are here, and I want them to network with those people too. So it's not going to be, like some other conferences or summits where it's super crazy and you're not allowed to even look at the people once they're off stage. Like, the people that I'm bringing actually want to, like, they're excited.
Engaging.
About
that's
they
dope.
They want to be engaged and they're curious about Minnesota and the talent that we have here. So I want them to network with them. But at the end of the day, those people are going back to their busy lives and jobs once they leave. And I want people to leave and create new connections with each other.
Yeah. That's huge, man.
So that's like one of the goals.
That's huge within itself, man. I just want to say I applaud you for that because that like even with Nipsey speaking at the big con, big con, like people come up to me. This is where a lot of people come up to me thinking that I have all the answers. When I'm like, nah, man, I'm on the same. I ain't gonna say the same level, but I'm trying to get to the same level you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here grinding, even though I may have more followers, but I'm also grinding. But it's like you got to put yourself in them positions. You got to, like that $30. That's nothing to get close to these people, to get that information, to rub shoulders and anything. Even you doing vlogs, man. This is the perfect time. Bring your camera. Do this. I did the same thing when I went to see Nipsey speak, and I was so amazed. I'm like, wow, he dropped so many gems as far as in the music industry and how technology helped him so much advance in his music career, and just how you got to stay up to date. It's like, man, this is all the game you need, man.
Right.
You don't need me, man. He's giving it to you. You got to stay up above it, and it's like the groups. You just got to first want to, and that's where it has to be. You got to be out that lazy mindset, and you got to like, man, I got to invest in yourself. That's gonna be the biggest thing you can do. And this $30, you ain't gonna get around these people that. Like, I ain't never heard of it. It's like just one of the people on this panel, like, I could easily see doing a $500 seminar, you know what I'm saying? Just to hear them speak, give a little bit of game.
Yeah, I mean, just on the film panel alone, we have Marcus Burns. He's the producer of Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, Real Housewives Atlanta, Real Housewives Potomac, Kristen Knows Best, Don't Be Tardy, like, I mean, he's probably on like 10, 15 reality
Yeah,
shows, like,
this is huge.
and on all different networks.
Yeah.
So not only is he only a producer on all these different shows, he's plugged with all these different networks.
Yeah.
Real good brother. We also have Michael Starbury.
Yeah.
So he's the writer of Ava DuVernay's When They See Us.
Mm-hmm.
So he's coming to speak. They just got nominated for like 16 Emmys for that.
Man,
And he's
listen,
done a lot more, but obviously that When They See Us is the big topic right now.
This is huge.
We also have Bianca Rhodes,
Mm-hmm.
and she has an Emmy as well.
Yeah.
And she just did a documentary, and it's been doing well on the film festival circuit.
Yeah.
It's called Rondo Beyond the Pavement.
Oh.
And so she's a producer as well, and she's going to be there. So that's just the film.
Yeah.
And that's just for people interested in
Right.
being filmmakers. And once again, like I said, I think Love and Hip Hop just won an MTV award, I believe.
Wow.
They just got some type of award. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
these people, like, people may not know them just off a name, but
Yeah.
they're behind the camera.
Right.
These are the people who
These-
make your dream come true.
These are the people you want to connect with. When people
Yeah.
come up to me, I'll give you as much game as I know, but these are the people that you really want to
Yeah.
connect with. These
And
are the
build
people you
relationships
really
with.
want to. Yeah, it's
And these
like
are people that are of high importance, but
Yeah.
they don't, because they're not necessarily celebrities, they don't get bombarded as much. So once again, they're easier
yeah,
to network with and
Yeah.
talk to.
Yep.
Because number one, you're not starstruck. 'Cause
Yep.
You're not standing in front of Puff or Jay
Right.
or, you know what I mean, somebody like this. You're not in front of Tyler Perry,
yep,
right? But at the same time, you're in front of somebody that's important that you know is worth networking with,
yep,
and they're susceptible to it.
yep,
Because they're like, hey, you know, let me hear about you. They still have a passion
Yep.
for meeting other creatives, right?
yeah,
And so that's what's dope. Even when you brought up, you know, Nipsey Hussle coming here, like, he was interested. You saw how engaged he was with
Yeah.
the crowd. Like, even when somebody said something that was kind of goofy or they were too nervous to get their question out,
yep,
he took the time to be like, well, elaborate. Like,
yeah. Let me
understand.
explain. Yeah,
Like, most people, they'll just be like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 give a quick answer and move on.
Yeah, but he was
hold on,
in-
slow it down.
Yep.
I want to understand what you're saying so I can
Yeah.
answer it properly. Those are the type of people that I bring
yeah.
to speak at the different events. And I had to fight to make sure Nipsey came.
That was just amazing, man, because you opened my eyes up to more than just that. Because I came there for just that, like, you know, just to hear Nipsey speak, and then I learned way more. I'm seeing other people in different fields, and I'm like, wow, that's huge. You know, I learned so much just in that little couple hours I was there.
Yeah.
So
man.
that's
I'm glad
something
you came.
people have to open their minds. Like, you gotta open your mind. You gotta be open. Like I was saying, you gotta get
Yeah.
outside that box of what
And you know the people from YouTube are there,
Yeah.
and I mean, one of the people who was there from YouTube was in charge of like their influencer partnerships.
Oh wow.
Amazon was there, Google, Oculus.
Man.
Like, there were so many important people. I met who's also speaking at the summit on the entertainment panel. So the entertainment in fame stands for the live entertainment. So like
Okay.
promotions, nightlife, club. And so she's actually the head of operations for Rhyme Sayers and Soundset.
Yeah.
And I met her there.
Wow.
You know, I
Like,
met
come
her
on
there.
now.
And of course, you know, she was impressed with what we had going with BigCon, and
Yeah.
we chopped it up later about other things coming up. And I said, hey, I'm working on an entertainment summit. I said,
Yeah.
we tackled the technology with BigCon.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to work on the entertainment side, and I want to do all entertainment, not just music.
Yeah.
And you know, I asked her to be a part of it and speak. She was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but that opportunity
That's-
came from me
but-
being
yeah.
susceptible to talk to people
Mm-hmm.
and network, even
Yep.
though I'm part of the event,
Yeah.
but still networking and seeing what's going on. And I met her. So now when you think about how many local, you know, artists that complain about not being a part of Soundset, not being chosen in
Yeah.
a certain list,
Yeah.
or how do you get signed to Rhyme Sayers?
Right.
Well, where are you at?
Yeah.
These opportunities
Right.
arise.
Right.
You know, and I think another thing that I've noticed with people is that they only look at opportunities for base value. Right?
Yeah.
So they'll be like I had people like, oh, BigCon, but I'm not into technology.
Right.
You're using a phone right now.
Right.
You're
What
into
you mean?
technology. So
Yeah.
find out what's next.
Yeah.
It's not just
Yeah,
developer talk where everybody's talking about coding. We're
Yep.
talking about the future of technology and what's coming out next, and
Yep.
AR and VR and all sorts of things. And once again, you're meeting people that are in the music industry at this event because technology and music go hand in hand as well.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I
Yep.
mean, like I said, people from YouTube, they were just chilling, like they were kind of nervous.
Yeah.
That's a great opportunity for anybody,
Yeah.
but especially somebody like yourself that's a influencer, or
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's trying to be a musician or a filmmaker, to find out. They might not just give you the plug, but you're talking to the person who has the answers. How
Yeah.
do I
Yeah.
get my stuff to go viral
Man,
on
I'm
YouTube?
trying to.
How do
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
get
to.
sponsored
Yep.
directly by YouTube? Right?
Yeah.
And I was, looking at them, and they're just kind of standing there waiting for people to talk to them because
Yeah.
they're out of their element. Now, if you went
Yeah.
up to YouTube headquarters and met with them, now you're the nervous one.
Right. Yeah.
They came all the way to Minnesota, so they know they're here to speak and engage with people. They're not celebrities, so they're down to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And they're here because they're passionate about their job and they want to educate people on it.
Yeah.
So just think about how many people miss the opportunity to just walk up to them and just have a conversation, find out they're at YouTube, and say, "Oh, I've always wondered, like, how does this work?
Yep.
How do the ads work? Like, I've been running ads for my small business, blah blah blah, but I feel like it's," and she can give you the answer.
Right.
She might even say, "Hey, here's my email," or "Hey, connect with me on LinkedIn." And you start building from there.
Build that relationship from there.
Because they'll see the passion. But getting into these rooms is just extremely important.
Yeah.
And this is where the magic happens.
Yep.
So what are some things that you would like to see at the Fame Summit?
The Fame Summit, I honestly want to just network.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a sponge at this point in my life because I'm just learning and learning and learning. So what I want to do is I want to network with as many people as I can, and not just people speaking. I want to network with people in Minnesota as well.
Yeah.
People that are, seeking that information and knowledge, because I'm on the same thing. I'm doing the Lust and Hip Hop, I'm doing a comedy spinoff, and where my angle with that was, putting people on in Minnesota.
Yep.
So I wanted everybody to, like, I'm like, dang, I was so interested in we don't really have anything in Minnesota as far as like entertainment that side. But I'm like, well, we can bring a spotlight to us, and I can be the clown of the show. I'll be like joking and everything, but people can really come and bring their business there. You can come in if you do hair, you do twists, you're a barber. We'll do a barber scene with you, and you can promote your barber, whatever you do on the show.
Yeah.
Real, and I'll we'll figure a way to make it make sense with the show.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to do. I want to connect with people.
Yeah, that's a smart way to approach it. So I guess my question on that then would be, how do you feel like people are susceptible to those ideas and coming into some of your ideas? Because I notice a lot of people don't like things unless it's their idea.
Yeah,
right.
That's
so
man.
What do you think about that? Like, what's been your experience with just getting people involved in like some of your skits, using locations?
Yeah, what I do is I give people the freedom. So I would say we can do it how you want to. Like what you want to do, I'll pull up on you. I'll come to you. We'll work it around. So that's because I got like a little, like when I was done with the season one, because we really didn't know where we were going. I was just trying to do that, for Minnesota. But when I got a lot of people like, nah, I don't want to clown myself. So I think I didn't get the message out there as clear.
Okay.
But everybody that seen the opportunity that were about their business, they was like, I want to be involved. And I salute people like that, and everyone that reached out, I got back to everybody, and either I hit them back like, okay, what idea do you have to do? So.
And that's dope. And once again, we have like we have a lot of creatives here.
Yeah.
We have
so
lot
much
of
talent,
creative
man.
and a lot of talented people. And that's why I keep going back to the mentality that some people have.
Some mentality, yeah.
We have it.
Yeah.
We have dope singers,
dope
rappers, dope fashion designers. We have dope filmmakers, screenwriters. We prove time and time that we have it, because every now and then we'll see somebody in the industry that's from right here.
Like,
but it's like there's something about being here that it doesn't connect, and that's something that working on with the summit and really starting this process to produce it, I've reached out to so many different organizations,
Yeah.
corporations, individuals, and a lot of people are excited about this.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've heard is that they're trying to create opportunities for artists and creatives. A
Okay.
lot of times they just don't know
How
how
to?
to,
Yeah.
right? Because art
Yeah.
is such a subjective thing,
Yeah.
but it is business. I had this conversation with my business consultant over at Meta, and he was like, "Yeah, we should support stuff like this
Yeah.
because it is a business. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you open up a studio,
Yeah.
that's a business,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're taking out Facebook ads to promote your skits,
Yeah.
you're conducting business,
Yeah.
right? And we want artists to be more business minded, but then we don't provide resources for them a
Yeah.
lot of times. There's contests sometimes,
Yeah.
but that's not opening the door for a lot of artists. You got one first place, second place, maybe third place.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
hundreds, if not thousands, of really dope people, right?
Man. Yeah.
Even if you want to just talk about people who are ready,
Yeah.
I mean, between all mediums, there's at least 100 people here that should be in
Yeah.
the industry,
I agree.
and a
And
lot
man,
more that will
so
be in the
many,
room that are close, right?
so much talent in Minnesota,
So,
man.
so I think as fame grows,
Yep.
as the podcast grows, as the summit comes back year after year, I think it's going to gain a lot of
Yeah.
support. And I think people are. I hope the mentality is going to change a lot. One other thing that I'm doing with this is, it's at North Hennepin Community College,
Okay.
and so we're actually doing it in their business and technology center.
Okay.
So one of the things that I'm trying to do is get these schools involved, so that's a pipeline of the youth. So
Yeah.
before they kind of get jaded
Yeah.
and or move to a bigger market, they can be here and kind of understand that there are opportunities, and
Yeah.
there's a catalyst for you to see all your opportunities, for you to network, and for us to create here.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't mean you're not going to do other things. Obviously, Hollywood's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna beat out Hollywood, but
Right.
you've seen transitions where now they shoot a lot of stuff in Georgia.
Yeah.
They have a lot of tax incentives and they have a lot of talent. So now that talent has had an opportunity to shine. Detroit's
Yeah.
trying to make a comeback financially,
Yep.
and so they have a lot of tax incentives and,
Mhm.
and resources for films to be made there,
Mm.
so they can make money. Because when you're shooting a film there, you got hundreds of employees, you got
Right.
catering, you got
Yep.
all these different things. So it brings money to whatever city it's in. I
Yeah.
think in Minnesota, we need to become a city that's more friendly to the different parts of the industry. I
Yep.
think in Minnesota, a lot of times we look at, we appreciate art here. Like I said, we have
Yeah.
a big art community, but I think a lot of times we still treat it like a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Where in other places, like you said, you're going to support the homie, and then you get pulled in to play to hoop,
Yeah.
and Gary Vee's the coach.
Yeah. Like,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
man, which, oh yeah,
I
that's
went
the
to
type of
Atlanta last summer for the first time, and I was there for 5-6 days, and I was on Real Housewives Atlanta.
yeah.
And I networked with club promoters and DJs, and did my thing while I was out there just for a couple of days. So
Yeah.
we need to have from a structural standpoint, we need to have those same opportunities
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's
I
never
agree.
going to be Hollywood, but like I said, certain places we're able to transition
Yeah.
and get a piece of that.
Yep.
And I think we have a good opportunity to get a piece of that
Yep.
as well.
I do.
So
I agree as well.
with that said, let the people know what you're working on now.
I'm working on now. I'm working on Lust and Hip Hop season 2. That's
Let the
With
people
fin-
kind of know what that is a little bit.
Lust and Hip Hop season 2. It's a comedy. It's like Love and Hip Hop, but it's more of a comedy from
Mhm.
Minnesota. So what I did is I got a couple people. Southside Chief, my boy 3Bs. We're all creating it, but we want everybody to be involved. Anybody that's doing any type of thing in Minnesota. We want to. We're gonna make it funny, so we'll do our side of making it funny. But we'd like y'all to come and bring your business, whether you're a rapper, singer, you do anything, you do makeup, we just want to involve that and make it funny, it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So, for Minnesota, and I got a lot of eyes on it, like some of our episodes were doing like 10,000 views in a couple days, like off top, and it was just like people didn't know where it was going, and to be honest, we didn't know where it was going, but we just know we had something,
Yeah.
But I'm working on this movie called Legit Life. It's a project where we do it's like more of like people growing up in the hood, and you say you're selling drugs or something. It's like how you can apply that same hustle into a legit way, you know, like, hey, you're doing everything you're doing business, you just don't understand it, you know. It's like you're doing sales, you're doing, you know, you can take that same hustle and apply it to something else. So I'm working on that as well. I'm doing all these skits, so that's just me. I'm building my YouTube channel right now. That's Steff Weezy. So yeah, the main projects right now is the movie and the Lust and Hip Hop.
Yeah. Dope, man. Well, glad you came up on the podcast.
Man, I'm glad you had me, man. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous, man. See, this is out my comfort zone, but this is the type of thing that I need to do. You know?
And you told me that when I first initially I was like, yo, you want to come speak at the summit? You were like, man, I'm not good at public speaking. I said, bro, say no more. I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's also opportunity, and I know it, and it's like I know this. It's like I gotta break all these, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta get uncomfortable. Like me coming to speak on this, you know, it's like it's uncomfortable, but it's like I know I gotta do this in order to grow, you know. I'm glad
you came up here, and like I said, you dropped some gems because you're you know one of the few that's really doing it on the influencer side.
Yeah.
And really doing numbers, and like I said, traveling back and forth and networking and really getting your name out there on a different level. So you know, this is something that people who are also interested in being in that field need to hear.
Yeah.
There's somebody that they need to network with, and like you said, you're building your platform, and you're still trying to help other people be part of that and get shine, which is another thing that I just think deserves to be highlighted. Because I'm sure there's people out here who probably watch your skits that are intimidated to come speak to you.
Yes, man. I'm
They probably think, oh, he getting views, he probably an asshole, or he probably don't want to, you know, he probably ain't gonna network with me. I ain't nobody.
Right? Nah, I
they
like
don't
that.
understand that we are creatives.
Yeah.
And we always want to work with other creatives.
All
and
the time.
If you're correct, and if you're, you know, if you're somebody who's trying to add value to what we're doing, then we want to add value to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's really the only secret of the industry is adding value.
Yep.
So, like I said, I'm glad you came up here. You dropped some gems. I'm excited for you to see everything that we've put together with Fame and being involved in the capacities you're able to be involved in.
Get them tickets, man, quick.
Yeah, definitely
get them tickets quick, man. I can't express how important this is. Like, grab them tickets quick. You know what I mean? This is a great opportunity. As far as opportunity goes, grab them tickets, y'all, ASAP.
Yes, sir.
I might just grab them all for my peoples, man. How many we got, man? It's man, for real.
Yes, sir.
People,
so, there we have it. It's the FAME Film, Art, Music, and Entertainment Summit podcast. We out.
That was dope. What's up, YouTube? Shout out to the 2 people that are still in the building. We have some people in there.
What he do? Just killed it.
Man, that was dope.